Hello and welcome to NSO at Home Live, a concert series created by the musicians of the National Symphony Orchestra. My name is Marissa Regni. I'm the Principal Second Violin of the National Symphony. I'll be your host tonight and every Sunday night as we bring live music into your homes and hopefully into your hearts. Tonight's show is 100% dedicated to Linda and Toby Mercuro. We remember them. They both tragically lost their lives to COVID-19, and we are so sad and so sorry they are no longer a part of the National Symphony family. Of course, they're always a part of the National Symphony in our hearts and in our souls and in our memories. Linda was a member of the National Symphony Board of Directors since 2011. She even served as the secretary for several of those years. And she was a huge champion of ours. Her husband, Toby, was not on the board, but always by her side. So he was just as much a part of the family. And they were just huge contributors to the orchestra in every possible way. Their enthusiasm knew no bounds. So with every performance tonight, we remember them and honor their life and their legacy. And we have some terrific performances to do that with. Tonight we have NSO Principal Bass Player Bob Oppelt joining us, and he will be joined by his wife Nicolette on the flute. We also have NSO Violist Mahoko Eguchi joining us and NSO Cellist Rachel Young as well. And our Youth Fellowship student this evening is an alumnus of the program. His name is Xander Day. He plays the flute, and we will catch up with him in just a little while and find out all that he's been up to since he graduated from high school and our program. And he's doing some cool stuff, so cannot wait to catch up with him in a little bit. We're going to start things off though tonight with NSO violist Jennifer Mondie. She knew Linda and Toby quite well, and so she has put together a really lovely tribute to them. So let's head over now to Jenny for that tribute to Linda and Toby Mercuro.
Hi, my name is Jenny Mondie and I play viola in the National Symphony. I'd like to take just a minute to remember two wonderful members of the NSO family, Linda and Toby Mercuro, who we so sadly lost a couple of weeks ago. They were so dedicated to the NSO. Linda loved to come to our Pops concerts, and she was on the education committee with me, and she was always just a vivacious and honest voice in those meetings and had such wonderful plans for the NSO education events. They were also very enthusiastic about our IYN program in your neighborhood. So next time we have an IYN program in person, hopefully soon, it will be so sad that they won't be in the audience with us, but I'm sure that they will be with us in spirit. Toby was an avid painter, and when we both had the time, he would invite me up to his studio in Georgetown, and he would pick a piece and we put it on a loop, and however long we had, we would just paint to that piece on a loop. And the last piece he picked was the Blue Danube. That's the Blue Danube. I wish I had his painting that he curated that day, because it was quite fun. And so sometimes if I had my viola with me, he would let me play something short for him and hopefully not annoy the artists in the other studios around us, but it was short usually. So the last thing we played when we were together, listening to the Blue Danube, other than when I was playing, I played for him the Courant of Bach First Cello Suite in G major. So I'd like to dedicate that to Linda and Toby. Thank you.
thank you, Jenny, for that beautiful tribute, those lovely words, and that beautiful performance. And yes, what a wonderful way to remember Linda and Toby. Okay, we're going to head over now to Bob Oppelt. He is the NSO Principal Bass. He's so terrific. And he's going to be playing several pieces for us tonight. The first is by the Italian composer Domenico Dragonetti, which sounds like a race car driver, but no, he wasn't. Dragonetti was a composer, and he was also a virtuoso bass player. And he composed a series of waltzes for the double bass. Bob is going to be playing waltz number 10 tonight. So let's head over now to Bob and Dragonetti's waltz number 10. Hey, thank you, Bob. That was fun. And I love how he's wearing his Noseda t-shirt representing the NSO. Love it. Hey, speaking of representing the NSO, you can follow us on our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And you can find us all the time posting new content. On Facebook, we are NSO Musicians. On YouTube, we are NSO Musicians. And on Instagram, we are NSO_musicians. So please check us out. We would really love it if you would follow us, subscribe to us, and like us. See what we've been up to. It's a lot. We've been doing a lot of stuff while we've been home. And so you can see it all if you just go on your phone or your computer. Please do that. All right, we're going to head back now to Bob and his Noseda t-shirt. He is now going to be playing a piece by Hans Friebe, who was an Austrian composer of the 20th century, and he wrote a piece for bass that was written in the olden style. So this was a multi-movement work, and Bob is going to be playing the prelude from that piece. So let's head back now to Bob for that. Hey, wow, bravo, so cool. And it sounded a lot like Bach. I loved it. Hey, this is our 43rd show. Hard to believe that we started way back in May of 2020, and we thought we'd only be on for like a month or two. And here we are. It's almost the end of February 2021. 43 weeks on the air with all of you. It's been quite a journey, and we thank all of you for coming on this ride with us. So if you've been enjoying these shows all this time, perhaps you'll consider a donation to the National Symphony Orchestra. And if you'd like to do that, you simply go to kennedy-center.org/support NSO. Any money that you give to the orchestra is 100% tax deductible. It sure would mean the world to us. So hopefully that's something that you can consider doing this evening. Hey, I also love that the little thing on the bottom of the screen matches my mantle. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's coming just around the bend. So please consider donating today. Okay, we are heading over now to two young ladies who are no strangers to this program. They've both been on multiple times. Mahoko Eguchi is a violist in the National Symphony, and Rachel Young is a cellist in the National Symphony. And they will be now playing a duet together by the American composer Caroline Shaw. This young lady, Caroline Shaw, she's an American composer. She's just doing incredible things. Her music is being played all over the place these days. She's not only a composer, she's also a violinist and a singer, and one of her compositions for voice even won the Pulitzer Prize for music. So she's doing some really cool stuff. And this duet is called Limestone and Felt. So let's head over now to Mahoko and Rachel. Wow. Brilliant, ladies. Thank you. That was so cool. And I think you all could really get a sense of all the different sounds and timbres that you can get out of a stringed instrument in that piece. So thank you. That was really terrific. Hey, we're going to head over now to our youth fellowship student. Well, you know, this is like one of my favorite parts of the whole program is when we get to catch up with these teenagers that study with members of the National Symphony Orchestra. So our youth fellowship program is for high school students. It's very competitive, and these students get to come and study with members of the National Symphony. They get to play chamber music with each other and also coach that chamber music with members of the symphony. They get to perform at the Kennedy Center and around the Washington, D.C. area. And this is really awesome for all of us in the orchestra. From time to time, they get to sit with us in the orchestra rehearsals and play side by side with us. They have proven to be just so inspiring. This whole pandemic, being on the show with us every week, a new teenager comes on and dazzles us, not just with their playing, with their personality and their poise. And tonight is no exception. We have Xander Day. He is an alum of our program. And when he was studying in the Youth Fellowship program, he was studying with Aaron Goldman, who is the principal flute of the symphony. Can't have a better teacher than Aaron. He's so awesome. So let's bring Aaron on the show right now, and he can talk about Xander just a little bit. Hello.
Hey, Marissa, nice to see you.
It's so good to see you. I've missed you.
I miss you too. I miss everyone. I mean, it'll be great when we can play all again together.
It will be. And also when we can see these teenagers face to face instead of Zoom to Zoom, because they have been so incredible. So how long did you work with Xander?
Gosh, so Xander, I think, now I don't remember, 2 years, 3 years. I feel like he started as a young little whippersnapper. And now look, he's all grown up. Like I say, it's one of the best things about teaching the fellowship. And I'm sure all the audience members who have been watching over the weeks know that these kids are so wildly talented, and Xander is, of course, no exception. And then you get to work with them and do your little part, molding them as you do, and then you send them off into the world. And here is Xander now up in his first year at Eastman, of course, our alma mater.
Both of us, yeah.
Yeah, and here is, so I get to vicariously live my freshman year of Eastman again with Xander. It's been great. He tells me all about the things that are going on. And I say, oh, I remember studying that. And this piece that actually he's about to play for everyone in the audience, I remember studying the same piece when I was at Eastman with Bonnie. I think I did it my sophomore year, but he's doing it now.
Wow, that's so cool. Here we are. Okay, well, let's have a little Eastman reunion now and bring Xander on.
Hi.
Hey, Xander, welcome to the show.
Hi.
You're in sunny Rochester, New York.
Yes, sunny, more like snowy.
I know, but so great. This is like an Eastman reunion, and I wish we all had our Eastman swag, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yay, ESM. So, it's your freshman year. Things are going well so far?
Yes.
Yeah, loving it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's one of the few schools that has been, in person the whole time, right? And they're doing it very well.
Yes, I think the school has done everything they can to make sure that we can be here and that we can have everything that we need for the degree that we've chosen. They've really gone out of their way, really, to make sure that we can have what we need.
Yeah.
Which
awesome.
is exceptional, really.
Yeah. Now, you're like the second generation in your family to be a part of our youth fellowship program. Is that right?
Yes, that's true.
Yes. Your dad, Jason, he's a violinist, right?
Yes, he's a violinist. Yes.
And he was in the program, and then he passed the torch on to you. And we should give them a little plug because they have a string shop in Alexandria, Virginia called Day Violins? Day Violins, there it is. So everybody in the area, if you play a stringed instrument, if you need strings, if you're curious about string instrument, you gotta look them up, check them out, go zip over to Alexandria, tell them NSO at Home Live sent you. And that's very cool. So I think you're probably one of our first guests that's like the second generation NSO Youth Fellowship. So kudos to you.
Yeah, my
I
dad
cannot wait
said,
to hear you play. I'm very excited, and I just wish you all the best at Eastman. It's such a great place. It's like the golden years of my life. I loved going to school there. So enjoy your time, and we cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. So you're going to be playing a little CPE Bach this evening?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to let you switch your mic over.
Okay.
Do that, and I'm going to thank you in advance, and I'm thank you, Aaron, for being on the show and for guiding these kids through their journey, their musical journey. So if you are interested in our youth fellowship program, or you know somebody who is, I encourage you to Google us. You Google NSO Youth Fellowship Program. When you do that, a little link will pop up on your screen and you can click on it. It will take you straight over to all the information you could possibly need to know about our program. And it is so terrific. And as I say, these kids have been so inspiring and so enjoyable to get to know every single week. So I really encourage all of you to Google us and find out information and spread the word. Also, like I said, please head into Alexandria, Virginia if you're in the area and check out Day Violins. Hey, you'll be supporting Xander and his father Jason, who was in our program. It's just so cool that we have like 2 generations in our program. So please check them out. And now we are going to head back over to Xander Day for this performance of a sonata by C.P.E. Bach. He, of course, was one of the many children of Johann Sebastian Bach and just a wonderful composer himself. So here's a 3-movement sonata by C.P.E. Bach, played beautifully by Xander Day. talking about. So great. Thank you, Xander. Way to represent the NSO and the Eastman School of Music. So proud of you. That was awesome. And I know we're going to hear great things from Xander in the future. So we thank him for being on this evening. Again, I want to remind you all, if you are interested in our program, please Google us, NSO Youth Fellowship Program, and a little link will pop up that you can click on and you can learn all about our program. It is so great. And just these teenagers, young adults really are been so great to get to know. So thank you, Xander. All right, we're going to head back now to Bob. And this is actually a really good segue because Xander just played some Bach. And Bob is about to play a piece for you called Bach to Blues. It's by the American composer John Clayton. But John Clayton is also an arranger, a jazz musician, and a classical bass player. So he's running the gamut of everything that he does. He's got some Bach and he's going all the way to the blues and the jazz. So let's head over now to Bob for some John Clayton, Bach to Blues. Thank you, Bob. That was fabulous. Loved it. All right, Bob will be back with one more piece of music. But first, I want to remind you, we will be back next Sunday, 7 p.m. And next week, we have a trio joining us. We have Jamie Roberts. She's the NSO Assistant Principal Oboe. She's also one of the producers on this show. So I'm so glad we're going to get to hear her play and sort of come from behind the scenes and play her instrument. And she is in a trio with Joey Grimmer. He's the principal bassoon player of the Kennedy Center Opera House Orchestra. And the pianist in their trio is named Jamila Takali. So the three of them will be playing together. Also, we have another youth fellowship student currently in the program. His name is Arturo Salvaggio, and he plays the oboe. So we will be welcoming all three of them in the trio, plus Arturo on the oboe. So looking forward to that next Sunday at 7 p.m. and hope you can join us for that. Our last piece on the program is Bob, joined by his lovely, beautiful, delightful wife, Nicolette. I love her. She's one of my favorite people. She's also a wonderful flutist, and they are going to be playing a gem of a piece, one of my favorites, Over the Rainbow by Harold Arlen. Of course, made Judy Garland famous. Such a great song from The Wizard of Oz. So here to perform this piece, and I think it's such a fitting end to our tribute to Linda and Toby Mercuro, Over the Rainbow. Here's Bob and Nicolette. Oh, so lovely. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Nicolette. What a great evening. This has been such terrific performances and a lovely tribute to Linda and Toby. So thank you all for joining us. That is it for us tonight. Of course, a couple of reminders before we sign off. First of all, if you'd like to donate to the National Symphony Orchestra, you can do so by going to kennedy-center.org/support-NSO. And next Sunday, we'll be back 7 p.m. for our trio of Jamie, Joey, and Jamila. I just realized the 3 J's. And Arturo Salvaggio on the oboe. He's our youth fellowship student. So please join us next Sunday at 7. I want to thank, of course, our team of producers, Bob Reardon, Jamie Roberts, and Dave Murray, for all that they do every week to make sure that this gets put on the air. I want to thank Thomas Baker for his beautiful artwork every week. And I want to thank Sophie Edwards for all of the tech stuff that she does on my end of your little screen. And thanks, of course, to all of you for joining us week in and week out. We cannot wait to see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. In the meantime, please stay safe and stay healthy.